Hi everyone, and welcome to another month of Harlequin TV. Today we're looking at two titles from August, both of which are equally compelling but completely different. Both, though, keep you on the edge of your seat. One of them, A Deeper Darkness, because characters are on the run and constantly in trouble, and the other because of the romance between the two absolutely gorgeous characters in Big Sky Mountain by Lael Miller. In A Deeper Darkness, we follow Samantha Owens, a medical examiner who has lost the passion for her job since losing her husband and children in the Tennessee floods. She drifts from one day to the next until she receives a call from Washington, D.C., asking her to a second autopsy on the body of her ex-boyfriend. Eddie Donovan is officially the victim of a vicious carjacking, but while the ex-ranger was murdered, it wasn't for his car, but can be linked instead to his years in Afghanistan. Now, once again, I have Lily with me. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, always a pleasure.
Now, I'm not usually a fan of crime, but I found this absolutely gripping right from the get-go. What was your point of view on this?
I agree. I'm traditionally not a crime reader at all, but there was just so many elements in this that made it read as not your traditional crime novel. The character, for one, Samantha Owens, had so many sides to her. Her character has been through so much. So there's a lot of tragedy that's hit her life. And at first we sort of just see her not coping really well with it, and then sort of burying it, and then actually coming to terms and facing what the problem is. And we only really find out what her total tragedy is towards the end, which is quite amazing.
Yeah, and I don't think in crime often, there's rarely the character who doesn't enjoy what they're doing. Usually you have the detective who may have issues, but they love their job and they're there to get the job done. And she really hates her job at the beginning of this book. I mean, she's completely lost her passion for it. In fact, she finds it distasteful to do it. And I thought that was a really interesting kind of perspective for a character to have in this kind of book. Moving from something, quite dark and quite gritty to something very, very different, but like I said before, very compelling, Big Sky Mountain by Lael Miller. And look, there's a reason that Linda is #1 on the New York Times bestseller list for every one of her books in the last few years. They all debut at #1, which is just amazing. And look, to be honest, I think her Aussie readers are just as excited about her books as her American counterparts. She is the absolute queen of Western romance.
Yeah, absolutely. Good old Montana country romance.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it.
Everyone loves it. I dare you to read it and not love it, I think.
She writes a hot cowboy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. And cowboys for me are not my favourite hero.
Yeah.
But she writes a pretty hot cowboy. All the characters in her books, this is going to be a trilogy, so given we have to have a little bit of insight into the other characters, but all her secondary characters are really memorable. They all have, you feel like you know them pretty much, and being the town of Parable, where this book is set, I felt like I really wanted to just visit this country town, like I knew everybody there.
We absolutely loved both of these books, despite the fact that, neither of us are really crime readers, but we both love good romance. Whether or not, you're a big cowboy fan, these are both fantastic books. So I really recommend you pick up a copy of Big Sky Mountain by Lael Miller and A Deeper Darkness by J.T. Ellison, and tell us what you think on Facebook or Twitter or harlequinbooks.com.au. Thanks for joining us again, guys.
See you later.